Select one of my heroes. Well, I could select her, but I can't do anything with her. Can't even look at the artifacts I've found and whatnot. Hello and welcome back to the pit. I'm Solin Outlander, and you join me for the first episode of Drest the Chosen. Drest. Sorry, I'm trying to make this name sound better than just... Oh, he happened to get dressed this morning. Ooh, Anyway, Drest the Chosen.
You are Drest the Chosen. You were born on the cold northern plains, and you have become a shaman of the Picts, the one who speaks in dreams to the ancient gods. The Picts were once a noble race, but now they are little more than howling savages. You have spent your whole life trying to turn them back to the old ways, and now the visions have finally spoken to you and set your feet upon a path. You have finally been called. The key to salvation lies in the south, in the land of Cumbria. There is a secret, a ritual, a sacrifice you must make. The old gods have spoken to you, and they never lie. You have followed your visions to the most ancient forest in the north. The ancestors taught that the deeper one ventures into the magical wilderness. The farther one steps from the mortal world. But this is no longer merely a tale. You must walk this path, and walk it alone.
Drest the Pick. Okay. Drest the Chosen of the Pict. Have you noticed how each of these people are one of the significant factions of the King Arthur series? Ah yes, you have Sir Lionel, or Lionel, whatever. I'll find out how he's actually pronounced when I actually get to him. We have Lady Corrigan of the She, and we have Drest here of the Picts. So Camelot or Britain, She, Scots. The only thing we're missing is a Roman. Then again, while the Romans were hinted at in King Arthur 1, they weren't actually shown. They're saving that for King Arthur 2, clearly. Ooh, ah. Anyway, from the twilight we go.
You stand in the heart of the cold forest. Inwardly you know that you are soon to step from the world of man into the other world. The thought is dizzying, and it thrills you and fills you with pride. But you know that even this is not the hardest part. For once you are finished there, you shall have to find your way back to the lands of the mortals.
Charming.
On my way.
And of course he sounds just like everyone else. On my way. You venture into the season of death. Trees hunch over. Shattered branches gleam like bones picked clean. Ancient yew tree is almost black. Its red berries glisten like blood. This is your destination. The edge of darkness and death is the doorway to your ancestors. Okay, well, I'm a shaman, they're spiritual and all that, so I'll cut my finger and sprinkle blood. You notice that the roots and the lower branches of the tree form a gate. You pass through it. On the other side, black clouds roil above... Royal above? Okay, that's a term I've not actually heard before. Roil above the treetops, and as the wind picks up, it screams like a tortured spirit. Up ahead, the path splits into three. Left, right, or dead centre? I'll go dead centre. The road is leading you to a hilly country. You hear no sound but the whistling of the wind and the thunder of boulders hurtling down into the valleys. In one valley you see a barren patch filled with gigantic bones. One of them is a raven's skull, easily as big as your head. Nice. I'm not interested in bones. These bones scare me. I don't want to meet any giant monsters. I turn back. I find the giant raven skull intriguing. I lift it and put it on my head because I'm a shaman, you know. The raven skull fits you perfectly. There is a curious, dizzy sensation, and all of a sudden you are flying. You turned into a raven, but you don't know how to turn back. You look around in distress, and far, far away you see the land where the spirits of the dead shamans live. I fly towards it. If they could help me become human again, they could aid me in my quest. I fly for 3 days before reaching the underworld plains, where my ancestors' spirits dwell. They welcome me with a feast and ask me how the Picts are. Alarmed at my news, the oldest shaman offers to guide me back to the mortal lands. Your wisdom is needed there. I fly with the ancient spirit to the shaman bridge, the Bridge of Souls. You arrive at the chasm, and that can only be crossed by the Bridge of Souls. The gaping void seems endless. The nothingness is so hypnotic it almost sucks you in. There is a thin glimmer of light, barely a hair width, leading to the other side, the Bridge of Souls. I've always been had a fear of heights. There has to be another way out. Yeah, no. Passing the Bridge of Souls is the mark of a shaman. I tremble but move forward. It is impossible to cross on a thread of light. Discouraged, I turn back. No, I will try to pass. What was just a thread of light at the first cautious step becomes a swath of roaring flames. A figure rises from the fire. He is dressed in the traditional garb of the Pict shamans. You recognise him. He is the guardian of the dead. Only those pure of heart shall pass. I think of my vision. Its sanctity purifies me. Head held high, I walk on. What mortal could be pure of heart? Still, I have no choice but to walk on. I like the sound of that one. I'm not going to be a goody two-shoes. I'm not going to get the best options just because... You were tainted by fear and doubt! The guardian shouts. You fall into the abyss. But when you come to your senses, you're on the other side of the chasm. There is an evil voice whispering inside your head. I saved you from the abyss. Now you must take me to the mortal lands. I know I can't get rid of the demon that's riding me, but I have to continue. I walk the woodland path for what seems like ages. The unchanging forest gets on my nerves. For all I know, I could be going in circles. Everything I know about the other world tells me that I am. Suddenly I see a deer track across the path. I dare not leave the path in this enchanted land. I know it will help me out. The path is winding down into a valley, and I see that my path is blocked by a huge stone covered in moss. There are broken trees all around it, but judging by the moss, whatever happened here happened a long time ago. Everything is hushed, and the forest is unnaturally quiet. I continue with the blimmin' path. You try to climb the boulder, but it's too slippery. You keep on falling back. Finally you realise you can't get through this way, then I try my luck in the forest. You see a deer track crossing in another path, but before I reach it, I hear the galloping of hooves. A fey host rides down the path, led by a glorious but cruel queen. A hunting party of the unseelie she. I am instantly cautious. I don't trust either court of the she. I go back the way I came. I stand the deer track, but I can't risk being captured by unseelie hordes. I come to a small stream and follow it until I reach an ancient ford marked by white stones. In the distance I see a knight picking his way through the forest. I must be close to mortal lands. I have to be cautious with those southern bastards around. Cross the stream, find a path on the other side, can't risk getting lost. Nice picture. The wood becomes more lush and the wind is replaced by a soft breeze. I must be getting close to the mortal lands once again. The path turns and I see an enormous silver snake writhing in the middle of the road. It is tracked by thick strands of ivory and I cannot break free. Can't Can't just be a snake. It's obviously a creature of potent magic. I free it. I entangle the roots and the snake slips free. It turns and eyes me curiously. Thank you for saving me, it hisses. In return for your kindness, you may call upon the snake's ancient powers to make your magic stronger. I bow before the mighty spirit snake. I feel its ancient magic glow inside me. After a few more turns of the road, I reach an idyllic clearing, blooming with late autumn flowers. On the far side of the clearing I see a well-tended hedge and what looks like 2 carved gateposts. The clouds part and my spirit soars. I have found the crossing place. I feel so heartened by the sight I run across the clearing towards the gate. As soon as I step into the clearing, a shining white arrow strikes the ground before me. You stop. Oh, well, I stop. It could easily have killed me. I look up and see Seelie warriors emerge from the wood. Their bows are drawn, arrows knocked. They look grim and ready to fight. That arrow is just a warning. Maybe we can talk. Our people are not enemies. Oh, wait, sorry, shouldn't I be putting on a Scottish accent seeing as I'm a Pict? That arrow is just a warning. Maybe we can talk. Our people are not enemies. Fairest of the fair, let me pass, I say. Our people have never been enemies. You have no quarrel with me. The leader of the She scowls. The Picts were once a noble folk, but now they consort with demons. I shall not let you pass any more than I would an unseelie beast. That's the worst slander a Seelie could come up with. This means battle. As the Seelie warband lines up for battle, I close my eyes and invoke the spirits. I call upon the forces that guided me here, and draw upon ancient magic, the magic gained during my travels. I feel a surge of pride as I prepare to fight for the survival of the noble Picts. Go to survival briefing. My ancestors have heard about my quest. I am receiving visions from the ancients. I see an ancient battlefield where I'll fight. Well, I see the battlefield where I'll fight. There are monuments of my ancestors. The sky begins to change from day to night, then night to day, in a never-ending cycle. A stone slab glows green in the dark. I touch the runes on its surface. The patches of light weave together and form the spirit of a champion from the ancient legends. It's daytime again. The warriors are locked in battle with the Seelie. One spirit strays too far and the sunlight kills him, or destroys him. With that, the vision ends. It seems that day and night has a special meaning here. I can find allies if I know where to look. Right, I have 3 points. Overwhelming charge. Summon spirit. Ooh, I like that. Sacrifice. Target loses 10% of its forces. Minimum 1 soldier. The remaining soldier heals 30% of the unit's maximum HP. Ooh, I like Dominate Soul there. Caster loses 40% HP. Ooh. The overwhelming charge I'm not really that interested in. HP loss 10%. Ooh. There we go. So the idea of turning some of them to my side just seems very appealing to me. Oh yeah, and I have... No, I don't have any points here. Start. Ghosts are highly vulnerable to sunlight. I should always seek shelter beneath the cloud domes whenever the sun shines. To complete this quest, I must fight my way to the stone circle at the end of the valley, and defend the powerful Seelie forces who guard it there. Alas, the forces are too weak to face them. My forces are too weak to face them, so I shall have to gather reinforcements. Across the area I can find fluorescent piles of bones, where my hero, Drest, can summon warriors, spirit warriors to fight by my side. To summon them from the slumbers, select them and click on a bone pile with either mouse button. Other glowing objects such as spirit candles work the same way. Simply select the unit which will use the item and click on the object itself. So time until dusk. Do not fire at will. Protectors, you are not archers. You are archers though. Wow, okay. There's Spectre Folk, but I see a Guardian Deadstone or whatever. So I'm actually going to head off that way. I don't go out the circle. There we go. Yay, I got the searing shackles. Thunderclap. Trap. Kick their ass. Ancient Fury. Heroic Defense. You can stop shooting now before you kill my own men. Spirit Wolves. For 90 seconds. More forces. I'll save the Spirit Wolves for the moment. Come on, there's only 2 more of them. Ah, more. Okay, and then you take that. And I have 2 groups of archers now. Okay, I need to fight my way there, I think. Well, I see a bunch of either way. Oh, hello. Come on. March! March your way forward. That's actually pretty cool. all of the forces here are apparently heroic level type abilities here. Phantom blades. There you go. Except for you, Drest. I suppose you could always go and get Warrior Deadstone. I think that means I get more protectors. Yep, I do. Warrior Deadstone. And seemingly no enemies. There's a really weird looking water. So there's a fair number of spectre folk over here. Ah, I have to get to the stone circle. Wait, what am I doing? Oh no, there are spectre folk there. Okay, and I'll wait for the next day. Right. You springborn bastards. Prepare to meet your maker. And just in time for next day. What dead stone is there? If it's a dead stone. Right. More protectors. Also. Crimson spot. Oh, replenishes energy, not health. Oh, seedy warriors. Okay, if I can summon the wolves here, they can punish the archers can't cast. Oh, I can dominate Soul, can't I? And I have Sea Warriors under my control. Kill the silly archers, they're the irritating ones. Dragon Blast. Yeah, that gives me some life, you see. Every non-ghost soldier within the radius, that includes them, but they're not going to be mine forever. And I get the life.
Infantry. Infantry. Infantry.
And Guardian. That'd be more archers.
Infantry. Attack! Infantry.
I like how it's right on the thunder track there, so... Oh, we're fighting something? Oh yeah, the... Sealy. Wait, leave the archers out of it. Take out those spectre folk. I want to make a slight withdrawal there. Come on. So from there I can move to here. Or I could go further along there. That leads me a little too close to there. Right, all of you get your asses up there. Okay, so it is only Drest can... Where do you think you're going? There we go, more archers. Just what the world needed. Come on, where's the attack? I really do hope you're not... Oh. Hold on. No. Do not be idiots.